testimony when discussing whether he was grazed by a bullet. I guess whatever is left from the bullet, or the floor, or whatever, I don't know, I can't see. Okay, so, it's either what was left from the bullet, or the floor. Well, I guess it could have been the floor, I don't know, I can't see. It's not what he said in his lawsuit. He said he was shot. He wants $30 million because he was shot. Now it's maybe it was the floor. I mean, does the truth mean anything? Does the oath mean anything at all? He really doesn't believe what he said to you at the beginning. I can say whatever I want, do whatever I want. That's that. And that's what they want you to accept as truth beyond a reasonable doubt issue. Relly said it could have been the floor. Of course it was the floor. When he was punching Gills, of course it wasn't the floor. It's on his left hand. Relly said he was left. But regardless, there's no bullet in the world that could have done that. I mean, think about it. It scrapes the top of one knuckle, does a bit of a dive to the second knuckle, does a real deep dive to that third knuckle, and then scoots along. And that would be one heck of a magic bullet to do that.
Right, for sure.
Just looking at those knuckle scrapes, no one has to be an expert in anything to know they are not from a bullet.
No. He scraped his knuckles on the ground.
$30 million. There's no more eyes in the brain. I think that's a bullet wound. That's what he said. Raised by a bullet. Now he said, or the floor. Or the floor.
So he's trying to say, really trying to say he was grazed by a bullet.
Necessary medical attention from that bullet wound, like you said.
But that don't even look like no grazed.
Ridiculous. And by the way, it's the same knuckles you saw in the Boomerang Instagram video we posted on this.
Doesn't look like he was grazed by any
I
bullets.
think we showed the jury. We have it. That's a permanent injury that only $30 million would take care of. He first told the police that he treated the scrapes by himself the day they occurred. That's what Officer Anderson testified to. But then days later, after traveling all the way back to New York, cross country, he first went to a hospital in New York for medical treatment. Here he said, because he doesn't trust anything that Los Angeles. Why did he go to the hospital in New York? Not because he required medical treatment for those scrapes, but because a detective on November 9, 2021, told him during an interview that he needs to get treated because this is the type of case this is. This is the type of force testimony. Her statement, Detective Manfred, was that he needs to go to get medical treatment because of the type of case that this is, correct? I believe that's correct. So a detective is telling him on November 9th, you need to go to a hospital, get treated because of the type of case that this is? Normally he doesn't want to go to a hospital because they need medical attention. Not the manufacturer of thing in a case. That is offensive. And it should be offensive to you. Because the type of cases that you go to a hospital. Make it look like you require a hospital visit. bad enough that the prosecution named, I'd say only witness, manufactured evidence in this case. We don't need to manufacture a hospital visit. He just got showcasing also.
He's something else. That's it. ASAP Rocky got a good lawyer there, I tell
All
ya.
evidence they presented, trying status
But they say this lawyer here represented Michael Jackson as well.
Stretch, and certainly is multiple reasons of doubt in this.
So I don't know if it was the case. I know Michael Jackson had 100 charges against him. So I don't know if this was a lawyer on that case, but they did say he represented Michael Jackson at one point in some particular case. I had to do a little more research on that though.
Showed that the police
Well,
responded.
Michael Jackson beat all those 100 charges though.
15 minutes after the incident. Officer Zizzo told you there were 7 police officers there. You saw them on body cam video. And you saw, Officer Zizzo told you, 7 officers were searching the scene for any signs of a shooting with flashlights. Those big police searchlights. For how long? Detective told you, Detective Flores told you, about 20 minutes they were there for searching. That's 7 minutes. 7 officers times 20 minutes. That's 140 minutes of manpower right there. 7 officers for 20 minutes of trained police officers searching with flashlights for any signs of a shooting, including shell cases. They found nothing, absolutely nothing. You heard the stipulation at the end. The stipulation means we agreed, the defense and the prosecution, at the end of the case, just before the judge's instructions the other day. It's Tuesday, right? The last day was Tuesday. The stipulation between us and the prosecution that a prop gun will also have ejected cartridges. But importantly, that stipulation makes clear that the shell casing recovered in this case did not come from a prop gun. That's for sure. And of course not. We'll explain that as well. That prop gun ejects blank cartridges. And bear this in mind, this is important. This part is important. The police came looking for evidence of a shooting. They were looking for those sealed metal jackets, those shell casings. There was 0 evidence on this record. 0. They could find the same, show anything on this record whatsoever regarding what those blank cartridges looked like or how they were projected from the front end. There was 0 evidence.
That's the proper argument. It misstates the evidence in the case.
Oh, it does not?
I don't recall every word that has been stated by every witness during the entire trial. So I don't know if it misstates the evidence or not. If this is something that's important to you, then you can ask that the court reporter read it back. Right?
Thomas stating the evidence that did speak last. I asked him, show the evidence of what the casing from a prop gun looks like. Show the evidence then, too. Because I don't want to mistake the evidence. So, there. I'll lay that challenge down. Show the evidence. I don't want to say it. Show it.
So ASAP Rocky's lawyer
There's no evidence
lawyer's
whatsoever regarding
name
what blank
is
cartridges
TACOPINA.
look like, or how they were rejected from a prop gun. No evidence.
TACOPINA.
Okay? There's no evidence regarding what material those blank cartridges would have been made of.
This is
What
his
about paper and
closing
plastic
arguments.
From Lululemon. Paper and plastic.
ASAP Rocky case.
Or how far or in what direction they would have been ejected. There's no evidence of that at all from the prop gun. Or whether they would have still been intact or not from a prop gun. You heard no evidence of that.
So they can't.
In other words,
I ain't
there's
gonna
no
say they
evidence.
can't. Basically, to
the
me,
blank cartridges from Rocky's prop gun
I don't even
were
see that they
conserved.
even proved that. Well, I mean, they said he had a prop gun, but the prosecution
Shiny,
couldn't
metallic
prove
shell
whether or
casings
not
were
he
fired.
had one
No
or he
evidence.
didn't have
And
one.
they had plenty of opportunity.
They can't even prove he had a prop gun or a real gun. So, I mean, we'll
He could have
see.
told you, oh no.
So this is the end of the case. This is the closing arguments. So,
Not in the show business. They're still figured on that. They didn't ask one question about that. They didn't ask Detective Flores one question about that. They asked our witness Lou Levin about it, who's not an expert, but he knows enough. He gave an honest answer. He said, yes, I do, Jack. Talk about paper bullets in the front to describe what the casings look like at all? Or how, if they would have split or not split? Or were they shiny metal things that, like those 9mm shell casings?